I think Rogue's like a pretty winnable matchup compared to Mage for sure. This is like a decent hand too. If he's odd, then he usually just like, if they're good players and they play odd, what they do is they just bump a Scarabag and like my 2 into 3 with Terror Scale doesn't work, which kind of sucks. So this hand is like fairly strong right away, but it's kind of just like up to whether or not we want to keep tracking. Like the thing is, the only card that's better than tracking on turn 1 is just like the 1 of Candle Shot, so I think I'm just going to keep it. Because having a little bit of agency over the decision of what card I'm able to play on turn 4 is nice. Because I'll have 4 natural draws, sorry, and then the tracking choice of 3 cards. Okay, so he's odd rogue, so it's automatically pretty bad, which means that Terror Scale's not going to work. So it means that keeping tracking is even better, because now we're going to have the option of picking another 3-drop to play over the Terror Scale for after the egg is popped. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Most of these suck. Like, Glaive's not bad, because if he pops the egg, then we can trade into Henchcon pretty easily. There's one thing you always gotta worry about against Odd Rogue, it's just like Henchcon Thug, because the card is ridiculously stupid and makes no sense at all. So I usually like to have a way to deal with that, in this case we do. So I'm like moderately okay with that. Rexar's a pretty good pickup for this matchup. I like it. Cold Light Oracle's a Tempo Mage. Yeah. Cold Light's kind of just like a good card, man. There's a reason why it's Hall of Famed, right? Like, 3 mana draw 2 with the body is pretty good. Yeah, it makes your opponent draw cards as well, but sometimes it's kind of bad. I don't know how many combo-based decks there are in Wild right now, but even against like slow ones, it's pretty strong. So you can force the overdraw, or if you're playing a deck with a lot of reach, just get towards the reach faster. Seems good. So he does pop the egg, can't really do too much about that, it sort of sucks, but it's just the way it goes. Terror Scale is like almost always good in this deck, so we'll just look for that opportunity where it does end up being almost good, or sorry, almost always good. He's coining there, really. Another deckhand, okay. Yeah, I don't know about that one, but sure. I think coin is pretty good in Odd Rogue, and I think that was a huge fucking waste of it. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know, we take those. We take those turns. Yeah. I don't really know what his thought process was there, and doesn't really matter. Missed damage. Seems engaging. Hey, Ruffle. The regular YouTube content again? Yes, sir. This, or maybe not this game, but the games I'm playing right now should be the next batch of YouTube stuff. So playing the Baron here is really good because he wasted the coin, so we can't coin the Vile Spine Slayer. And then we can do cool stuff like Spawn and Azoth Feign Death to just snowball the shit out of these 2 minions. Get a 3 and a 4/4. Oh no, dude! Ah, you're kidding me. That's like the only answer in his deck to that. Gross. Fat L. Let's get a Double Soul Egg plus Feign Death here. Just get a 5/5. Not a very high value Feign Death, but I need to fight for board here, and that's a pretty clean way to do it right away. Whoa, that was so disgusting though, man. Holy shit. Void Ripper is not normal in Wild either. It was pretty good when Druid was a really, really popular class in the Standard for the odd decks, because you could just get through stuff like Spreading Plague with it, right? That's why it was really good. But I don't really think it's that great in Wild. Swash Last, engaging. Okay, well, you can get a 5/5. Could also spread the board out a little bit. I almost like doing that more, to be honest. Could also just Rex aren't clear. Feel about Rex aren't clear. I kind of like not giving the option to snowball this more. I sort of like it more, to be honest. Just do this and clear. I think taking the damage first is better in case we get like some form of lifesteal minion he doesn't remove our armor. Okay, so we do that. Seems good. So No 5-drop, which is good. 5 and a 1 would be really scary there. Okay. That is definitely a turn. This is kind of weird now. Like, I think the right play is probably just make 2 5/5s. Yeah. That seems pretty good. 3 mana 8/8s are pretty strong. It's like you're playing a Mountain Giant with full hand twice. Spread out, of course, but that makes it even better against this class. Outside of Dark Iron Skulker, because of Vilespine again. It's just like one of the most important cards to pay attention to when you play against that class. It's like Henchclad Thug, Vilespine, those are kind of the ones that fuck you. If you're playing like a token deck, then Skulker gets you, but I mean, if you're running Void Ripper, you only have so many tech slots, so just might not run Dark Iron Skulker. Control, what's your best pickup line? Yeah, Vilespine. And we still have a board. Ooh, okay, we can do cool stuff now. So this is where the deck gets really fun, because you could do the Spawn of N'Zoth shenanigans stuff. Let's go ahead, go there, buff the Death Rattles, have that pop off, trade, and face. I think that this is like a funny one. I play Fortnite, but I'd never play you. That was like an okay one. I think there's probably a little bit more to it than that, but thought that was interesting. Spawn of N'Zoth has to be one of my favorite reasons to even just touch this deck in general. I think it's just really sweet getting to use the card and have it actually be impactful in the deck in Hearthstone. It's like one of my favorite parts about like the wild mode in general is just that you can use some cards that are underrated or have historically been considered trash and make them really good, which I've always found fun. Like this deck in general has gotten a fair amount of support recently, but like when I started playing Egg Hunter, it was just like basically a pile of shit that had a lot of synergy between the shit. And I remember the first time that I played the deck, I had like a really good initial run with it because it took a long time for people to catch on. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Bomb Warrior like as an archetype, right? I play Iron Juggernaut Warrior a ton. It's probably the Control Warrior list that I play the most, even though it's not that strong. So like, don't get me wrong, I'll be playing the deck a bunch, but I just don't think it's going to be good, really. I think it's just going to be fun. That's all. I think like relying on bombs, especially ones that only deal 5 damage, to be the main way that you win the game is really inconsistent and frustrating. So it really just leaves the deck to be simply used for fun, really. Because I don't think that there's any real world where you can consistently hope that you're going to be doing really well with bombs. Maybe in Standard, like, the game's slow enough that you can, but, like, the thing is, like, the bombs aren't attached to, like, defensive cards. If they were, it would be a lot better and more helpful for you and allow you to do a lot more. I think we have to play the Terraska here to be able to get through this. I need to be able to kill the Mech Warper before he can pop off with War Gear on turn 4. Or actually, sorry, he already can because he's played Galvanizer, my bad. It's one of those cards. Nice board. Yeah, so, like, you need to play, what, like a 4-mana 3/2 weapon in the Warrior deck, right? You play a 4-mana 3/2 weapon here, you're dead. It's not doing anything. I mean, you really don't have too many options against, like, the extreme aggression that you're going to be seeing in Wild. Straight Gear 2's kind of awkward for me. But we're actually doing pretty well right now. Like it looks like we're kind of surviving. Double Terror Scale plus Candle Shot's really good. He needs to have the Leaper right now. His Leaper, he gets to push a ton of damage. Zilix is good, like really good, but not game winning because they kind of just get a claw back on board here. 2 eggs, not necessarily the best cards to draw in the entire world, but I'll play them. So we do that, trade off the minions with lower health. We trade, and then we trade, just value trade basically down. Not too bad. How was the Mech Hunter player not got Legend? I mean, I think Mad Country's like a really cheap good deck to play, but I think the thing is, like, it's not really that good against, like, even Shaman. It can be okay against Big Priest. This is kind of, like, yeah, that's all. Let's start with the tracking, see what's popping here. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say that Feign Death is probably a good card. Probably, yeah, you guys agree with that? It's probably strong here. Let's trade here. So I actually am not going to play an egg. I don't think it's going to matter because I think it triggers in the order of the way that the death rattles are played. So I got Nerbian 5/5 and then 3 1/1s, which will fill up the board. So this would just be like a dead minion basically if I played it. So we're going to Feign Death first and then do this because if one of the eggs gets triggered, then we're going to get another minion here, which seems pretty good. It goes on a 1/1. You know, I might just want the space on board. I don't really find these 0-type minions to be too great. So I think we're just going to hold that. I need to kill that 0-2 Goblin Bomb next turn because if he gets a war here, he can just charge face for 5, which does not sound too great to me. Yeah, that's kind of frustrating. We actually don't get to clear the board here on board, which is not good. I think he had like an actual legitimate shot at winning. I'm kind of surprised he conceded there.
None can escape my fury.
Let the hunt begin.
I like having a weapon early against Rogue, but like I don't really want Glaive. I think I'm just gonna keep the Stalker and hope for a 2 or 3 drop egg. That's the dream. Absolutely beautiful land. I love it. Super, super good. Yeah, that's not too good of a 1-drop. Play your deck for free? Yeah, I mean, like, when I say that I want decks to play for YouTube and I ask you guys, like, what's good and stuff, I mean, there is a deck list tab on, Discord. Put your deck there. Sometimes I'll play it. King's Bong Rogue. Kind of nice to see Drew Patches, because this deck can definitely get out of hand really fast. I think Arsart's going to be really good though. Do not pop this, please. Thank you. Good guy. Okay, so let's do this and doink the 2-1 here. And this is a beautiful start against Kingsbane Rogue. He's not going to have too nice of a time dealing with that, and yeah, it's going to be a fat concede, man. If they can't answer that first egg and you have an activator, they don't really get to play minions and they have to get all the damage to their face, and it's just not going to happen.